Next question, the member for Davenport.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. This question's for the Premier. Speaker, when asked on Monday about the ministry memo that was warning of looming cuts to education funding, the minister assured us that funding was up and would continue. So it came as a real shock for parents and educators in Ottawa this morning who are waking up to news that the region's largest school board is expecting to cut at least 167 teachers this fall. Speaker, students have faced a year of turmoil and are dealing with huge challenges in learning and in their overall well-being. Now is the time for us to be putting more caring adults in our schools, not less. How can the Premier justify a return to the kind of deep cuts he was making before this pandemic began?
Minister of Education.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I do note the changing position of the opposition parties. I mean, it was on February 5th where the member herself said, and I quote, "The fact that they don't know where these hires occurred is deeply troubling. If they don't know, they shouldn't be," in a word that I cannot say in this House, Ontarians with these numbers that they are coming up with. They're clearly not based in reality. That was February 5th, and yet today the member purports that these critical investments were central to the safety of schools and they ought not relapse. You have to choose one or the other. You actually can't have the benefit of both ways. On this side of the House, we know from day one that we hired 3,400 more temporary teachers, 1,400 more custodians. We know that we hired hundreds of nurses, 623 to support our schools, as well as over 400 EAs. We also know, Speaker, that before this pandemic, our Premier invested more in public education than the former Liberals did at the peak of their spending. And we know, as we look forward to September, we will continue to invest more than we did the year prior for areas of mental health, for learning gaps, and to give young people the hope and the opportunity they deserve to reach their full potential in Ontario.